Hey folks, in this video I am going to show you the Micro Gas and Dash expanding playset from Micro Machines when they did this kind of sort of what ended up being a temporary reissue of Micro Machines around 2020. Was it 2020? Looking for the copyright date somewhere. I guess I don't see it, but yeah, somewhere around then. Why can't I find that? I don't know. But anyways, so they had basically new Micro Machine sets. Some of them were good, some of them were not so good. I would put this, even I'm saying this before opening it, but generally in the lesser, not quite as good sets compared to some of the other ones. But nevertheless, it was really cool to get Micro Machines back, even though I don't think they did, well enough to keep them going more than just a few years. But yeah, this was one of them that this particular one came from Target. I don't know if this was a Target exclusive or not, but it might have been. And this one comes with 10 exclusive cars, so of course there is another version of this, and I think it's in different colors, the playset, but it would just come with like one car, and the packaging would be a little bit smaller and that sort of thing. But the interesting thing about this, which I don't really like, it's kind of an old school tactic, but I guess they're still doing it, is basically having the set opened up so it looks like it's bigger, and there is so much open space in here, folks. Like, way more than it's needed, and of course it makes it seem like this is a big set when really it's not that big at all. So, but that's kind of a, it's kind of a classic tactic. So, but it's got a few little thumbnail images of some of the features here, and you can basically see what it is. It's kind of an unfoldable type of set, and yeah, that's what it is. So big, clear window on the front here. You can kind of see what this will look like, when you take it out of the packaging. Parts of it I like, parts of it I don't like. The parts that I do like is that it's kind of a neat little, it's a neat little gas station set with a few repair, it's got a couple repair bays and things like that. Looks kind of fun. But I know that folding it up, it's not going to be a fully enclosed thing, so it's kind of like, why does it even need to fold up? It saves a little bit of room for storage, but other than that, it's like it's not super portable because, you're going to have all these little pieces in there and they can just easily fall out because it's not a fully enclosed set with all these big open windows and things like that. But anyways, yeah, let's just take a quick look at the back of the box here. There were a few other sets available as well, even more than what's here, but there was Construction, Tuner Garage, and then this one, which is the Micro Gas and Dash. So yeah, I've checked out these other ones as well. They're cool in some ways and have their flaws in other ways, so I expect that this one is going to be more of the same. We're going to find out because we're going to open it up here. Let's see, I think I need to get after this from the top, actually. So there's that, and we'll open it up. And there go the cars. We do have a small little instruction manual. There should not be any, really any assembly required except for, just some of these smaller pieces. And it does tell you where to kind of put those and how to unfold this and stuff. So there's that. And you can connect it with some other sets and all that stuff. So there's a look at that. And it does come with a little insert here. I don't know if this was the last of the series of these Micro Machines that were out or not, but it could have been. I don't know. But this is Series 6. So you can see what they kind of had available for those, and basically this is just the cars. So there was a look at that. Anyways, we've got 10 cars. Let me just I'll go ahead and pull maybe one of these out, but let's skip ahead and get the rest of them out. Alright, so we may as well take a good look at each of the cars here. And yeah, these are, I don't know, I guess I have mixed feelings about some of these Micro Machines, especially compared to the older ones. I definitely think the older ones had a little bit more personality to them. But these aren't too bad. They're pretty good quality. They're just very I don't know, plasticky feeling and slightly less inspired feeling than those older original Galoob Micro Machines from the 90s. But it is what it is, and certainly happy to have a revitalization of them, or a, maybe that's not the right word, just having them come back, let's just say, for the short time that it was, just a few years. But yeah, there's a look at that one, and then finally the little motorcycle here, which is kind of hard for the camera to focus on, unfortunately. So, but then we have the playset here, which is, like I said, pretty much fully assembled. This little gas station sign kind of folds up and down. We'll go ahead and basically assemble it, assemble in quotes because there's just not a ton to do. And so then there's that. We'll go ahead and put this ramp right here, and I'm kind of looking to see if there's anywhere else that you can put it to. Let's see, let's first get that out of there. Because you can put it, can you put it here? Sorta. It's a little too tall to go there, so I'm not really sure what the idea is there. Maybe this is just so that you can connect it with another playset that has another level that's, you know, like on the second floor like that. We'll put this one here. So I think that's where that's roughly supposed to go. That sort of fits. There we go. There, right, now I got it. Okay, sweet. So, basically that's what we have, and it's kind of got play on both sides, essentially. And so let's see. So you can park some cars up on top. And we'll just put a few up there because, well, we've got a lot of cars, so why not? And then, let's see, we can drive one up onto this little repair bay here. So that's pretty good. And we better try these ones over here as well. See how these work. Let's see, how do these go up? Just like that. It was a little bit stuck, so there's that, and then this one here. And these are a little bit stiff, I gotta say. So it's kind of hard for the cars to actually kind of stay on there as they're going up. So a little bit stiff, but oh well, it is what it is. We'll try one of these cars up here, drive it down this ramp. Of course, you can just kind of park cars up there wherever, and then drive down this exit. So that works pretty smooth. Now we'll turn this around very carefully, sort of carefully. Every car is falling off, of course, but there are some more features on this side to show as well, including these gas pumps over here, and it does look like there is a little track that you can kind of drive the car through on this side. It's not really the same on this side. I mean, of course, you can drive your cars in front of here and pretend to get some gas, but it's just on the back that there is actually kind of a little track for the cars to drive through, which is neat. And then over here we have just this little unfoldable, basically, is this a gas pump, basically, I think? Well, this little thing here is supposed to be just like a convenience store sort of thing, I guess. Burgers and shakes. Okay, I get it. So this is kind of supposed to be like a little pretend drive-in restaurant, I guess. You just kind of drive your cars in like that and just pretend like it's a drive-in restaurant. So, okay, I get what that is. So basically, yeah, we've got that, and you know, I do kind of like the idea where there's no like major frills and thrills with this. It's kind of good and bad, I guess. I like sets where you can just kind of drive your cars around, and you know, that's just kind of the main thing of it, is just to kind of park them and kind of just have a nice visual thing. The only thing though is that this set, the way they designed it is so that it can be foldable like this. It's not a very good looking like cityscape type set. It's not very realistic looking or anything. It's just kind of, I don't know, they made their best with what they could do, but still making this be a fold-up set, I guess. So I'm not the biggest, I guess this is definitely not my favorite Micro Machine set by any means at all, but that doesn't mean there aren't some kind of interesting little features with it. Let's just try this one again here. I don't know, we'll try another car coming down from this. Like I said, it's kind of hard to lift it up, a little bit rough, but anyways, that's that. Try this ramp on top again. Got to try a car going on this ramp as well. And maybe just exiting some of the cars here. So basically that is what we've got. And now it's time to try and fold it up. So folding it up should be fairly self-explanatory, I hope. This folds in. This folds in. These should fold in as well, kind of like that. And well, this will fold inside like that. And we should be able to just kind of close it up, essentially, just like that. And like I was mentioning before, you know, there's a lot of holes all across this thing, so you can kind of carry it like this, like a handle, I suppose. And then if you're going to store your cars anywhere, it's going to have to be in these bottom areas, because that's where there's at least a little less risk that stuff's going to come out. But again, it's not a lot, because look, you got open sides here and here, so you know, you can kind of try and put your cars in here if you want, however they'll get in there. But no matter what, like if you want to bring this somewhere, look, everything's kind of coming out. So, and I didn't, I guess I didn't put these in any particular way. You could just put these in the top like that, I suppose. There's plenty of room up there. But yeah, that is what we've got here. This is not, this was not their best design for a playset, in my opinion. It's not terrible, but it just is definitely not great. You know, it's, I don't know. It just seems kind of lazily designed, and I'm just not super thrilled with it. So that's just the way it, you know, the way it goes. But nevertheless, it was still cool to have Micro Machines back, and this is just another example of one of the sets that were out there, the Micro Gas and Dash expanding playset. So there was a look at it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.